Welcome to episode 2 of BJJ Monday with me, Brian. So this class was a little bit larger than the last class, and the feeling that I got after it was that I just got beaten up and worked pretty hard. And so in this video, I kind of wanted to talk about the difference between giving up and tapping out. So, and the way that I see the difference between those two things and kind of how it played out through the night. Basically, my thought process is that giving up is when you stop facing challenges. Tapping out is maybe when, the challenge is overwhelming and you need to take a step back and refocus, reframe the problem and come at it from another angle. So you get to stop the role that you're in, maybe reset to standing, reset to sitting, and take another look at what's going on, maybe, readjust yourself, readjust your positioning, and then go at it again. So that's kind of how I look at that versus giving up is, like I said, you don't face the problem anymore and you leave. And jiu-jitsu really mirrors that in a lot of ways because you don't have to go to class. You don't have to choose a tough opponent. You don't have to do a lot of things. You don't have to put any extra effort in. You can always just not go, and that's okay. That's a choice you make, but it doesn't make you any better. So here we're just got done doing some live drilling to kind of warm up, and then now we're practicing another guard pass. I think this is maybe the same one that we did last week. I think we did like one other variation on it that you'll see here in a little bit. But I'm working with a buddy of mine that I met shortly after coming here. I'd run into him a couple times at the gym that I went to, but never really got to know him until I started doing jiu-jitsu with him. And he's a really funny guy and really good at jiu-jitsu too. So he's helping me out, coaching me through some things, kind of talking me through some stuff. And he's also really funny. You'll see it here in a moment. He's got a really good sense of humor. So we're just working through the drills, getting some coaching from our instructor, and just really trying to get some good reps in. And I think this is the new pass that we were trying to learn. It's a little different, involves kind of a different body motion than maybe what we're used to. And here he's talking me through kind of some of the different finishes that you can do once you get into position, kind of that side control position. And here we're getting some more feedback from the instructor. Now we're going into I'm still doing some demonstration stuff, working the technique, really trying to get it down. It was just a little more awkward than it looks because you had to do this hip slide, and if you're not used to moving that way, it feels very strange. Oh, and here he's getting ready to do an arm bar on me, and I scream like I'm in real pain, but I'm not. It's just a joke. And this is the funny part where he does this pass on me and then just kind of rolls through it. This is how you have a good time with your rolling buddy. So, and then he let me try to do the arm bar on him from sort of that same position. He was I'd practiced the Kimura like the week before, and he was kind of helping me try to remember how it was supposed to go, and or how to get the arm bar also. So I was trying, but you could see he was fighting me just enough, and I just couldn't do it because I was not good at controlling posture. And so now we're doing some live sort of practice where he's resisting me a little bit, but not fully, and then we're going through some different rounds, trying to make it more difficult but not impossible, and then we get to the live rounds. So like I said, there were a lot more people here, so my camera angle is not always going to be the best, and thumbs up and subscribe if you really enjoy foreground action that's not related to what's going on in the background, because there's a lot of that in this video. But here I did get a good Ezekiel on this guy here. You'll see my hand kind of sneak in, and then I start to really crank down. He's trying to push me away, and I'm just really leaning into getting my fist in his throat and cutting off his airway. It was really deep by the time he tapped, so it was good. I think it's the only one I've gotten in quite a while, though. And that's about the only one I got against him, so he's about to take my back here. Oh, and maybe I turned the corner. I don't remember. I don't think I did. He's a really good guard player, so. And this guy took my back, and he basically had my back the entire time. This is where, like, I really was thinking about the difference of quitting and tapping out, because I really wanted to quit against this guy. And you'll see I'm fighting this choke, and he's got my back and just is killing me for forever. And yeah, and then I wound up taking him down and kind of pushing him off the mat, so I lost most of that footage. And then here I am against the instructor again, and he's we're really working a stand-up game here, and I'm not throwing him. And then he kind of pushes me down / I fall and try and get guard, and not much comes out of it for me anyways. He's doing good. And then yeah, he really kind of works me over here, but that's kind of what you expect. I think at one point I said something about, I'm not into this pressure or something like that. And so he said, okay, it's a pressure game from here on out. And again, this got me thinking about it, because here he just does a neon belly on me, and I tap just to the pressure that he puts on. And that was an instance where, like, I quit. And so then I made him stand back up and take me on standing up again, because I don't like the stand-up game. And I felt like I quit when I did that tap to the neon belly. And so I really wanted to force myself to do something. So I did this arm throw on him, partially a throw that he kind of pushed me into. So that was good, I guess. And then he's got, like, my lapel really deep here. I'm not breaking his grip, so he's choking me pretty good. And you can see me looking at the camera in despair. And I'm trying to turn into him, but I can't really, because he's got that arm up against his head, and I'm trying to turn it over, but then it gets inside my jacket, and now I'm just really not having a good time. And then he does this crazy thing to me, and then he doesn't even hold on to it that long. He just lets me go down, and he takes a better position because he knows I'm already kind of giving up on him. And so now he's just really making it miserable on me, because he knows I'm not fighting like I should be. And so he's just laying into me and putting all kinds of pressure on me. And I'm trying to pressure, but nothing much is going on. And then this guy is a really good jiu-jitsu player, and he just kind of controls me the whole time. Like, I think I might have gotten somewhat on top, but man, once he got behind me, it was just like he was on me, and there wasn't a lot I was doing. I was just defense the whole time. So yeah, I basically get away from him, and then I'm trying to get back into him, and he just is, so again, here I'm having these thoughts of, like, man, I want to give up. Like, this is not worth it. This is, brutal, but you got to stick with it to keep getting better. So that's what I was trying to do. Oh, and then this is another young guy who's just recently promoted to blue belt, and he's an absolute killer. And so he's doing the same thing. I'm not having a lot of success this evening. I mean, I guess you could say I'm having success in the fact that I'm not, tapping. I think early on I would roll with these guys, and I would tap 5, 6, 7 times in a 3-5 minute round or something. And here maybe I'm tapping 2 or 3 times in a 3 to 5 minute round. So by that measure I'm more successful, but not where I want to be, but whoever is where they want to be. So there's that. I'm in the background here, and other people are standing in front of the camera. So yeah, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy foreground action that's not related to the background action. But this kid was brand new, just walked in off the street and had his first class. And it was really interesting to see somebody move around who doesn't know anything about jiu-jitsu, and you can kind of just lay on them, and you move around in ways that they're kind of unfamiliar with, and you just kind of control them the whole time. During part of the time where we were like covered up, you couldn't see, we were in kind of an awkward position. And here I'm getting back with the guy at the very end, and we're doing a little no-gi just to kind of stay warm and practice some stuff that I need all the practice I can get. So that's what we were doing, and just doing some different stuff. I need all the practice. Anyways, please like and subscribe, comment if you have any questions or anything you want to see or hear me talk about in the next video. See you later.